Tamara and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about right brain and left brain personality types and whether or not it proves, disproves, heightens, weakens MBTI traits. Some people are saying that left brain and right brain is no longer truth and has been disproven because you're using both hemispheres. And of course that's true. You are using both hemispheres, but each side is associated with different qualities, ways of thinking, and traits, thereby impacting and affecting your personality and who you are. For example, math is associated with the left hemisphere, and some people are fantastic at math and other people really struggle with that no matter how hard they work at it. Are you left brain, right brain, or do you think you're both? And you can use MBTI to prove and disprove some of the traits that are associated with right brain and left brain dominance. There's a huge difference in how each hemisphere processes information. For example, the left brain is thought to deal with analytical skills and be more methodical, whereas the right brain tends to be more artistic and creative. Left brains are thought to be more verbal and more orderly, whereas the right brain is thought to be more visual and intuitive. The left brain is connected with logic, sequencing, linear thinking, math, facts, and thinking in words, whereas the right brain has a more creative and less organized way of thinking, which lends itself to creativity. And it's connected with imagination, holistic thinking, intuition, arts, rhythm, nonverbal cues, feelings, visualization, daydreaming. The person will tend to be more metaphorical in their speaking and have the ability to memorize words or lyrics more easily than someone who's more left brain dominant. So are you hearing some MBTI things in there? With the right brain, I'm hearing a lot of intuition, use of the imagination, creativity, possibilities. I'm also hearing maybe some feeling or feeler qualities in there. Whereas with the left brain, I'm definitely hearing more analytical, more verbs that you would associate with being a thinker in MBTI. Also, I hear sensor because of sequencing and facts, but the thinking proponent is the analytical skills, the methodical way of doing things. I know someone who is always complaining about having a messy house. So let's say company is coming over the next day. I was always confused because she would start by cleaning out the pantry, scrubbing the baseboards, doing little tedious details like that. And I would think, okay, is that being a censor? What is that? Because she is a censor and she is a thinker on MBTI, but she actually might be more right-brained thinking in her approach, whereas I tend to be a feeler, intuitive, which you would associate possibly with more right brain according to this. But I would tell her, why don't you clean up? Why don't you pick up clothes off the floor first? Or all of those projects you've been working on, maybe get those papers up, clean up the things that people can walk in and see, and then get to those other little details. So needless to say, company will come over, the house will still be messy because she never gets around to that type of thing. So it's interesting. I think left brain and right brain give you more of an explanation to what it is that maybe you don't or that you can't explain with MBTI. This person also is super artistic, creative. There have been times when we've gotten together and said, okay, let's do a craft together. And I'm not saying that I'm not creative because I think I am, but I think the logic or the left brain starts to get in the way and it stifles me, whereas she just goes with it. And she's not as organized. I tend to be more organized, and she just her artistic, creative ideas make mine look like a kindergartner did it. Left brain people can be more clinical or cold in judgments and problem solving. Language tends to be easier for left brain dominant people, which I was always much better in English classes than I was in math, I would say. So I would think that that would be more associated with right brain, but they say that your right brain also assists with those linguistic skills. Some studies found that left brain people were dog lovers, preferred classical music, which I love classical music. They can't be hypnotized. Well, I've been hypnotized several times, so I know I can be hypnotized because it helped me a lot. But I took someone with me who tends to be very, very creative and extreme one time, and she claimed that she was not hypnotized at all, but I could see a total difference in her behavior. So I think that doesn't prove that she's left brain. She could still be more right brain. Right brain dominance is associated with more creativeness, intuitiveness, emotions, which I am very intuitive and emotional, but they're also associated with left-brained. Now, I will tell you, you can go online and you can take little fun left brain, right brain tests. Any test that I've ever taken, I always come out being even-brained, where I'm sort of equally both. So maybe they kind of fight against each other. Right brains are more innovative, artistic, and random. Their thought process tends to be more roundabout, more irregular, which leads to originality and inventiveness. It's also associated with creative thinking, spontaneity, and perceptiveness. So there again, you're hearing intuitive traits in there, but you're also hearing some perceiver traits in there. Whereas the left brain seems like it might have more judging qualities to me. If there are times when your personality type, your MBTI type, doesn't fit this cookie cutter mold, and it could be because even though that's your personality type, your left brain and right brain functions are also another layer that you can add to your personality that explains some things that maybe MBTI doesn't, or it sort of allows you to be doing both things at once. So I hope this shed some light on an interesting take. So don't forget, go and take your right brain, left brain test and comment below on which one you found yourself to be and which MBTI type you are and how it relates or how it clashes. I think we'd all be curious to know. So thank you for watching my video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.